Outdoor recreation is so often seen as something that is a privilege or a luxury. But really being in the outdoors is more than just a nice to have. It's really critical. It's essential to our health, to our well-being, to our joy, to our resilience. So this year, it hit deep. Seeing Ahmaud Arbery shot and killed while doing the sport that I love. The apathy, I would say, of many communities around America hit hard. I mean, literally that weekend after George Floyd was killed, I ran up to Cuyamaca Peak and just looked out over San Diego to just kind of ground myself and get perspective. And what I saw was that powerful healing effect and resilience building effect of being in the outdoors in my life and in helping me to overcome a lot of the adversity that I had experienced in my childhood. Here we go. So my dad used to dress me to the nines to go to school. It was ridiculous. So literally I got the nickname Suspenders in elementary school. We grew up in a suburb in New York, but also had a very strange childhood at the same time. Back then, we didn't really talk about it or define it as mental illness. What I did know was that my mom, she struggled in raising us, and she became homeless. I remember nights waking up, wondering where my mom was. And I remember it just being difficult explaining it to friends. That's hard. It's hard knowing that your mom, who was such a beacon in our community, Columbia-educated nurse. Even as I got older and, she wasn't there throughout many of our developmental milestones, your mom is still your mom. Yeah. People have different choices and take very different paths. It's more than a nice to have. I've definitely needed space to be able to pull back, pull away, to find my own healing so that I could be able to better show up for the communities that I serve and that we serve. Morning. Wait, you dropped this?
No, not today.
I bet. All right, we hiking, y'all. Watch out for poison oak. Oh, this is scenic.
Oh, yeah. Drop the boat. I know it's not.
Yeah, okay, there it is.
Stood your path.
I want for them to experience joy. My hope is that every kid at least has one moment of joy that sparks something incredible in their life.
It's like those first moments are, I think, very special.
by the ocean, sleeping by the ocean, just hearing the waves.
To see how her attitude just changed from that, like just that little outdoor experience.
I don't know, just being out there, I feel more like connected to myself.
Seeing just how untouched some of the world can be.
My job is empowering the next generation of leaders. It's important for the youth to have access and to know that they have access to these outdoor spaces because in so many ways being in the outdoors is healing, is health, is well-being, is mental health. And so a lack of access, I would say it's like taking away opportunity. It's like taking away opportunities for joy.
Yeah, I didn't have that growing up. It was very much hustle and bustle, survival mode. Let's figure out how I'm going to eat today. Let's figure out, if I can take some food from school so I can have food over the weekend. Let's see if my mom's going to the hospital today, if she's going to be drugged up, who's drinking, who's screaming, if we're going to have a place to live.
You did a great job.
I did an awesome job. Thank you.
I know, right? How many classes?
Over 95% of the kids that we work with are living in poverty. Many of them are experiencing community violence. Many of them are experiencing violence at home or substance abuse and addiction.
When you get on the bike, make sure you're comfortable, make sure that your seat is adjusted.
For me, my brain just never shut off. It was always something. It was just this constant whirling of like panic and anxiety and fear.
I definitely think that, I see myself in so many of these kids.
Try and swing your right leg from
I remember camping in Joshua Tree for my first time. It was my first time camping, first time pretty much everything.
I'll never forget my first time climbing Mount San Jacinto.
Getting at the top of that cave scramble.
After that last bit of scramble, just standing at the top.
And you could literally just see the whole world.
You just experience a sense of joy and accomplishment.
The first time where I had felt like the world is okay.
Just feeling like anything was possible.
Like it gave me the opportunity to build something within me that was stronger. For me, finding the outdoors and finding that inner peace, all I wanted to do was make it so that people could find that too.
Go ahead, I have your bike. You're not gonna fall.
It should be on flat land.
It's crazy. Resilience has kind of that domino effect. When one person experiences resilience, they're able to then help tap into the resilience in others, and they pass that on. They pass along that mentorship. They pass along that opportunity. My mom, her mental illness and the impact that it had on me and my siblings. When I was younger, it brought up uncertainty. Now I would say it brings up purpose.
You want a real challenge?
Okay, what?
Go dance out on the kayak.
No.
Growing up poor, you don't have the most access to let's say a beach or a hiking trail. So that's your walk going down the liquor store.
The outdoors is so critical and essential to our health, to our mental health, to our well-being. And the fact that it's treated as a luxury is one of the greatest disservices to our communities.
Allowing people who come from neighborhoods like mine to just get out there and see what's possible. They're able to define their own experiences and be a different person. I want to be safe for my mental health. I want to preserve myself. The outdoors for us was our safe haven. Just seeing how yes, you were born in that neighborhood, but you don't have to be the stereotypical person within it.
I came bearing gifts. What's up, Greg? When you consistently don't see yourself represented in outdoor spaces, it never quite clicks that I too could be there as well. Many of us are working to increase that representation to then open doors for many others.
Sometimes when we are told that we can't do something, we really believe that we can't. But then when you see one other person who's capable of doing something, it broadens your potential.
Go to Crab Shack and back, about 3 miles, 3-mile run. Decided to come down here downtown today, have a little fun.
coming together in groups like Black Men Run and The Nod has really been a healing and restorative place for me. A place for me to grow, a place for us to support each other and uplift each other. In so many ways, there's a traditional way to be in the outdoors. In order to increase diversity in those spaces, we have to kind of open our minds to just different ways that people can seek and experience joy in those spaces.
I just prefer, like, you should take lessons, you know, and I can teach you, you know. Oh gosh, Les, I'll help you, you know. Little 2-step, like no.
I love to dance. It's my way of knowing that I'm still alive and that I'm vibrant. I think that it's important to really depict joy in the outdoors. That one moment of joy has the potential to spark curiosity, spark possibility in what they can do and what they can be in the future. That experience of joy has the ability to be incredibly transformative in their lives.